Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Yes Prep Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us. I have a few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. If it's a question for a specific school, please include that school's name in your question so they know it's for them. Your cameras and microphones are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is one of other sessions that is happening. If you have the opportunity, sign up for others. This presentation being recorded. It'll be available within about a week at the same website where you registered. I went through all of that very quickly, but that's okay. The good information's coming up next, so I will get out of the way. On the bottom left on the screen that I'm sharing right now is the order of our presentations today. We are in session C1. So those 6 schools will be the institutions presenting during this session. I am now going to turn it over to our representative from Austin College. Again, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. Hi, my name is Sarah Battles. I'm an assistant director of admission here at Austin College. I am also a recent graduate of Austin College. I graduated in 2018, and I've been working in the admissions office ever since. Austin College is a smaller liberal arts and sciences institution located in Sherman, Texas, which is about 40 miles north of Dallas. We are primarily undergraduate serving institution, so we actually only have one master's program on campus, which is really great. It's a great master's program for those students who are pursuing that second degree, but it also allows for tons of different perks for our undergraduate students that I'll kind of talk about as we go throughout the presentation. So first, as far as academics go, we have tons of different majors and minors for you to choose from as a student. And then we also have something called a student mentor design major. So on our campus, before you even get to school, your fall semester, you're going to be placed in a first year seminar class. And the professor that teaches that course ends up being your mentor for all 4 years. So those classes are about 14 to 15 students, depending on the year. And the mentor won't get a new set of mentees until you all graduate. So it's kind of like an academic advisor position, except instead of having tons of students a semester or a year, your mentor will just have those 14 to 15 students to focus on for the full 4 years. So they really get to know you, and they're going to be working closely with you if you do choose to create your own major. So basically what the student mentor design major is you work together with your mentor and literally create a major for yourself. So if we don't offer a major or minor that you're interested in participating in, you can, like I said, take part in that program. And basically all you'll do is tell your mentor, hey, I want to major in this and we don't offer it. What are my next steps? And then they'll work with the different department heads and make sure that they're choosing those classes and making that degree plan for you. So it's literally like a create your own major. It's super neat. Then we do have 4 pre-professional preparation programs, which are our 4 super popular programs on campus. We have the pre-health sciences, which is going to be an umbrella of pre-med, pre-nursing, pre-vet, pre-dental. We have pre-theology, pre-law, and pre-engineering. The really cool thing about these programs is that in them, not only will you have your normal academic mentor, but you'll also have an advisor for that program. So if you're in the pre-health program and you want to be a med student, so you're a pre-med student, you'll also have a pre-health advisor, and their role is going to be to help guide you in that pre-health field. So helping you decide where you want to go to medical school or graduate school or law school, whatever it is that you're looking for after your 4 years at Austin College. And then they'll help you get together with study groups to study for the MCAT or the LSAT or the GRE, whatever it is that you're looking for. Help you decide what you want to specialize in if that's something that you're interested in, and just kind of there for an extra layer of guidance. So each of those 4 pre-professional programs that I mentioned will have that. We have pre-health sciences, pre-law, pre-engineering, and pre-theology. And then we do have that one master's program that I mentioned before as well, which is actually the reason I attended Austin College. It's the Master's in the Arts of Teaching. And it's a fast track program. So you get your bachelor's degree, your master's degree, your Texas teaching certification, and 90 hours of field experience, all within those 4.5 to 5 years. So you start student teaching as early as your freshman year. That's one of those perks that I mentioned of being a primarily undergraduate institution, is that 1, you're never going to be taught by TAs. All of our classes are taught completely by professors. 2, you're going to have access to tons of different things that sometimes you might have to wait until your junior or senior graduate years to participate in. You're going to have access to those your freshman year. So this includes things like internships, research opportunities, hands-on experiences. We call them applied learning experiences. And the role of these is to enrich your overall educational experience at Austin College. start providing you with that real life, real world experience. And these come in all different shapes and sizes throughout all of the majors and minors that we offer. So for education, you're going to be student teaching your freshman year. For business finance, we have a class called the Investment Management Fund where an alumni donated $1 million to this class. And the students in there take the money and invest it into the stock market. And at the end of the semester, whatever money's made over that $1 million mark is actually invested back into the scholarship fund for new students. So tons of different opportunities. You can research anything that you want on our campus. It doesn't have to be major or minor related unless you want it to be. And it's all over the spectrum. So not just in the sciences. You can do research projects in history, in psychology, in sociology, if that's what you're interested in. So tons of different opportunities there. Right now, our average class size is about 17 students per class with a 13-to-1 student to professor ratio. So our class sizes are pretty small, most likely pretty similar to what you have in high school now, if not a little bit smaller than that. And that's a benefit in and of its own. Your professors are really going to know who you are, and they're going to know what you want to do with the major or minor that you're taking or what class you're in and things like that. And so they really get to know you on a personal level as well as an academic level. As far as student life goes, we are a residential campus. Right now we have a little under 1,300 students on our campus, and you're required to live on campus for 3 out of the 4 years. However, about 80% of our students do live on campus for all 4 years. A lot of that, I would say, comes from the vibrant student life that we have on our campus. Right now we have over 70 organizations for students to be a part of, and these range from academic organizations, cultural, political, religious, whatever it may be that you're looking for. And then we do have 18 NCAA Division III athletic teams as well. As far as applying goes, we are on Common App, Applied Texas Coalition App. All of these are completely free. We do not have an application fee. We do have a personal essay component, high school transcript, dual credit classes. You'll need the college one as well, 2 letters of rec and test scores, but we are also a test optional school. So if you do not want to submit those to us, you do not have to. I know I'm running out of time, so I just wanted to say thank you all so much for joining me, and please feel free to ask any questions you have throughout the session in the Q&A, and I can get to those. Thank you so much.
Sarah, do you have your contact information that you could share?
Yes, I'll send it in the chat.
Okay. Thank you very much. I will remind people to ask questions using the Q&A, and if you have a specific question or a specific school that you're addressing your question to, please name the school in your question. Next up, we'll hear from College of St. Benedict and St. John's University.
Thank you. Hello and greetings. My name is Carlene or Carolina, and I want to share about the College of St. Benedict and St. John's University located in central Minnesota. We are 2 complete college campuses offering 1 exceptional college experience. And so what you're seeing on your screen is that we're using the math metaphor of college squared because we are 2 colleges together. What you're seeing on your screen is an example of tremendous school spirit. This is a photo of our student section on football game day. We're a college of nearly 4,000 students, and we average 10,000 fans at a game. We're a 4-time national champion in football. We have a lot of 23 Division III athletics between men's and women's sports. And with those 10,000 fans at a game, it really highlights that people feel a part of the St. Benedict and St. John's community for a lifetime long after they graduate. With the 2 campuses, we have 2 distinct campus environments just 7 miles apart. And what you're seeing on your screen next is a shot of the College of St. Benedict, which is located in the town of St. Joseph. The 2 campuses are, like I said, 7 miles apart, and we're just an hour from Minneapolis and St. Paul. So we're accessible to the big city, which you all are likely used to or are used to from Houston. And we're offering between a smaller town feel and a very kind of almost retreat-like feel at St. John's University, which is surrounded by 3,000 acres of forest and prairie. And as you can see here, one of the lakes, we have 7 lakes between our 2 campuses. So if you're ready for a very different environment than the one you've grown up in and experienced throughout childhood and high school, this could be the college for you. We have a residential experience like others have on this webinar have mentioned. The women live at one campus, again, College of St. Benedict, which I just put on the screen again, and the men live at St. John's University. That's the only distinguishing aspect of St. Ben's and St. John's as you're looking at other colleges, lots of distinguishing characteristics rather, but your entire day is girls and guys together except for your housing. And with 2 complete college campuses, you have 5 places to eat. You have 2 complete libraries, 2 churches if you're wanting to pursue spirituality. You have multiple dorm options. And we, like I said, we are a residential college. We guarantee housing all 4 years, typically dorms freshman and sophomore year, and then apartments on campus for junior and senior years. Again, we are a Catholic private college. Many students are Catholic or Christian, but it's not a requirement. And it's really important to stress and emphasize that we welcome all belief systems and spiritualities. We want you to come as you are and feel that you are a valued member of our community, which you are. I'm going to put on the screen our merit scholarships. We do provide, I need to close out of this first, excuse me. We do provide merit scholarships to nearly 100% of our admitted students, and these are based on GPA. As others have mentioned, we are a test optional school, and just one of the scholarships at very top tier requires a GPA and an ACT or SAT score. Otherwise, we're basing this on GPA, and we know that this is really important given all of the challenges of COVID. In addition to merit scholarships, we do provide individualized need-based financial aid awarding, and we do provide or award a special $5,000 scholarship to Yes Prep graduates. And so you have that to look forward to in addition to your merit scholarship and other forms of need-based financial aid. And we are an impact institution for those of you who are eligible for that program. Typically in the springtime, we offer upwards of 4 fly-in weekends, and we're hoping that we can bring those back for this spring semester. When we're able to bring you to campus, whether individually or in a group flying, we pay for the full airfare for Yes Prep scholars who are admitted to St. Benedict and St. John's. And really looking forward to your applications when you're ready. We do have a rolling admission timeline, so apply when you are confident and ready to do so. I'm so excited to work with you. And finally, as I'll X out of this slide and show off our state-of-the-art 360-degree virtual tour, you can request a narrated or guided tour one-on-one with a current St. Ben's and St. John's tour guide. Again, this is showing the campus of the College of St. Benedict. We have embedded videos. You can enter the buildings. And so for students, as you're thinking about attending college out of state and wanting to get a sense of campus, not just what the buildings look like and opportunities within those buildings for student services, but kind of get a sense of the vibe, I really invite and encourage you to request a online virtual tour in advance of what we hope will be fly-in visits this fall. Again, so you can capture the vibe of our community and really get a sense of whether or not the College of St. Benedict and St. John's University could be a great fit for you. Again, so that's the 360-degree view of College of St. Benedict. A sample of St. John's is here. Oh, that's St. Benedict as well. Here's St. John's University. And so again, you can see the lakes there. You can see that we have a juxtaposition or a kind of a combination of historic buildings. Our campuses are over 150 years old, and a lot of new architecture as well. Brand newly refurbished or remodeled libraries, athletic facilities at both universities, at both campuses. And so again, I just want to emphasize 2 complete college campuses for you in one phenomenal and exceptional college experience located in central Minnesota. Again, if you are ready for an experience, an environment and a community that feels different from what you've known in high school and want to really grow in your leadership and critical thinking within this liberal arts environment where you're going to study a major or minor as well as a lot of other themes, College of St. Benedict and St. John's University may be a great choice for you to apply, and I'll put my information in the chat as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and we will continue here. Let me make sure we know the order coming up, but again, use the Q&A to ask questions of each of our reps, and if it's a specific question, please name the school. Up next, we will hear from Lycoming College.
Okay, sorry about that. Hello, everybody. My name is Tori Smith. I'm your admissions counselor at Lycoming College. I did put my contact information here on the first screen. That way you have it. And so we'll get started. Who we are, Lycoming College. So we're located in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. So we're in the north central region of Pennsylvania. A very nice, scenic place to be. So we're located on the Susquehanna River, kind of surrounded by tree-lined mountains. So lots of great outdoor opportunities and really beautiful campus. We have about 1,200 students on campus and about 90 to 100 faculty. So we're really happy to be able to provide a student to faculty ratio of just 12 to 1. So as others have said today, this means that you can have really one-on-one relationships with your faculty. They really get to know you, you really get to know them. And it's a much more collaborative experience than say if there were much more students on campus and you were sitting in classrooms of 400. So we're really proud of that fact and that atmosphere that we provide as a small college. We are a liberal arts, private liberal arts college. We have 43 different majors and 66 different minors. So in terms of academics in the classroom, you have a really wide variety of things to study, different programs to look into, and really can customize your own educational experience to meet the needs that you have and the field that you want to study. And a majority of our students do either double major or will have a major and minor combination. So that's not uncommon. It's a very, very popular choice, and it's easy to do it thanks to the liberal arts ethos at Lycoming. A lot of students even find themselves at a certain point in their career later on, junior, senior year, where they realize without even trying, they're only one class away from having a minor. And so they'll frequently just pick it up. Just to have it. Something that we're really proud of and really try to encourage our students to do is get experiences outside of the classroom and get field experience while you're here. So as you'll see here, 100% of our students do complete an enhanced academic experience. And so this could be internship, it could be a study abroad opportunity, it could be research opportunities, and you'll have a career advisor as soon as you get here that'll help you identify these opportunities and make sure that you have opportunities in the fields that you're interested in. Like I said, 100% of our students do at least one enhanced academic experience, and many often do more than one because there are so many opportunities to get hands-on experience here. And that career advisor would be in addition to your academic advisor. So you would have multiple advisors looking out for your in the classroom experience and out of the classroom experience. As a partnership student, you would have a few more supports in place, one being your partnership advisor. So this is a faculty member of the college who's there as an extra support for you the first 2 years, just to make sure that you have everything that you need and that you have the support and resources that you need to be successful and really get everything you can out of your experience here at Lycoming. And beyond that, you would be paired with a peer advocate as well, who's an upperclassman who's also a partnership student. And so this would give you the opportunity to have support from somebody who's a peer to you rather than somebody like a faculty member, you know, who has a different experience and power. And so that's a really great opportunity for you as well to have that additional support while you're here. And then lastly, in terms of partnership, we do meet full need to cost for all partnership students. So as a Yes Prep graduate, you would receive full need to cost. So basically, we would look at your FAFSA and whatever it says you can pay, you would pay that, and then the rest of your bill would be covered by scholarships, loans, grants, etc. In terms of campus life, student life, we are proud that we have 80+ student-run clubs and organizations and are always growing that. Students are able to create their own clubs and organizations as long as they have a group of people who also share that interest. So if we don't have something that you're interested in, you could be the one to bring it here. But we do already have, like I said, 80+ student-run clubs and organizations that range across all different kinds of interests, including academic, music, arts, religious, club sports, service, cultural cultural groups such as Black Student Union or Latin American Student Association. So lots of different clubs and organizations so that you can get involved right away. Something else that we're really proud of is our outdoor leadership and education program. So this is a program here on campus that does 100 free trips a year, or 100 trips a year, most of which, about 98 of which, are free to students. So you have a lot of opportunities to get outdoors and learn new skills and take advantage of that scenic environment that I spoke of earlier. This is another great way to meet new people as soon as you get on campus, sign up for one of those trips, and you're instantly surrounded by other classmates who may share interests with you. We do have athletics here. We're an NCAA Division III school. We have 17 varsity sports teams. So we love to cheer on our Warriors. And in addition to that, we have several campus-wide events, the most popular of which is our campus concert. And lastly, just real quick on application, I know I have to wrap up here. Partnership students application deadline is December 1st. We accept common application or the coalition application, and your requirement, you'll just need to submit the application, a personal essay, official high school transcripts or any college transcripts if you have those courses, SAT scores, or a test optional form, and I can get you that information, and then one letter of recommendation from a counselor or a teacher. Thank you all.
Thank you very much. And we will continue. We're moving right along. Again, your reminder, use the Q&A button to ask questions of any of our presenters. Next up now, Sewanee, the University of the South.
All right. Hi, everyone. Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Letitia. I am your admission counselor from Sewanee. And so I'm happy to just talk with you a little bit, and feel free to pop any questions in the chat. So Sewanee, we are a private liberal arts school. We're located in Sewanee, Tennessee. So I will advance here so you can get a picture of campus and where we're located here on the map. So we're about 45 minutes from Chattanooga and maybe about an hour and a half from Nashville. So those are going to be the two closest cities to us. We're a small campus, under 1,700 students. Our freshman class this year was about 533 students. That number was from last year's class. And so really we're this small knit community environment, and we are intentionally small in that sense, but our campus itself, we call it the domain, is very large. And so our campus sits on 13,000 acres. So pretty much everything you're looking at in this photo is technically on campus. And so a campus that size actually makes us the second largest college campus in the entire country. And so it's a really cool environment for students to learn, research, and just get involved with all different kinds of things. So one cool thing that we do have at the university is the Sewanee Outing Program. We call it the SOP for short. And basically it's a department on campus in which you can get out and you can explore the domain. So we have 13 lakes on campus. We have students who go cave diving on campus, rock climbing, all kinds of things that you're able to get involved in. We have a full equestrian center on campus, golf course, farm, and just many other things. So if you're an outdoorsy person, or even if you're not, it's just a really, I think, cool environment to learn and be a part of. And as you'll see, almost 80% of our students are coming from out of state. So we have tons of students from all over the country. And this year we had students from 30 other countries as well. And so here you will just see a breakdown. I won't read all of this, but basically it's talking about our classroom experience. So our class sizes are small, on average about 17 students, 10-to-1 professor to student ratio, and we don't have any courses that are taught by TAs or graduate students. So you know that you're being taught by faculty members who really know their stuff and who are experts in their fields. 96% of those faculty members do have the highest degree within their fields, which is really cool. So we do have 38 majors, 44 minors, and 3 certificate programs. We have a lot of things for you to choose from in that sense. So I'll come here, that way you can see an entire list of those opportunities that we have. So anything that has an asterisk behind it means that we have a major and a minor in that area. If it has 2 asterisks, it means that we only have a minor. So you'll see the list there. We also have these 5 pre-professional programs. So you'll see we have it in business, education, engineering. We have a great pre-law program. Medicine and health is an umbrella term that encompasses like pre-med, pre-nursing, pre-veterinary, pre-physical therapy, and a few others. And so that is an opportunity for you to really get involved within the major, especially when it comes to pre-law, pre-med programs. Our students are very successful into getting into those postgraduate programs. Last year, 95% of our students who were applying to medical schools or law schools got into their school of choice. And so I think it's a really great pre-professional program that goes beyond just kind of just like a pre-law, pre-med track, and it gives you additional advising and really prepares you for life after college. Our business program is still a great opportunity for students to get involved in business and get a career in business right out of college. So we do have econ, we do have finance. A lot of students will major in either of those mixed with the business pre-professional program. This allows you access to internships, to a second advisor, to seminar programs, mentorship, and we also have an honors program for our business students that really just helps you go above and beyond. And last year, our graduates in 2019, business was one of the fields they went into the most. So I don't want you to be deterred by seeing that we only have a business minor, because we're still preparing students just as well for careers in business. And then you'll see some other areas of study that you can take courses in. We just don't have a full major or minor, and then some of the special programs there, which I'll chat about in a second. So beyond our academics, you'll see all of our 24 Division III athletic teams here. We have over 100 student organizations, and pretty much all of our students are living on campus all 4 years. So it's definitely a different environment in that sense, but being where we are, that just makes sense for us. And I think our students really enjoy that. So you still have your choices in terms of whether you want a single by yourself or a traditional double room. We have suites, we have apartments, we have really cool theme houses and language houses as well. So for example, you could live in the Spanish house or Russian house or German house and really advance your language. We also have some theme houses for students interested in sustainability in the environment. We have one for students interested in the arts. We have a house for our pre-med students and other students interested in the sciences. We have the Healthy Hut for students interested in health and fitness. So it's just kind of a non-traditional way of living on our campus, which our students enjoy. We have Greek life. About half of our students are involved in that. About 30% of our students are athletes on our campus. And so it really is a school that has tons of school spirit. And tons of ways to, I think, get involved. It's definitely not a campus where people are going home on the weekends. And so I do want to touch on the Sewanee Pledge. You can read it here, but basically it's 3 guarantees that you would have as a Sewanee student. And so the first is that we are guaranteeing that you'll have funding for a summer internship or research opportunity. You also can get access to a semester-long study away program at no additional tuition costs, and we have over 200 of those. And then lastly, you'll graduate with 1 major in 4 years. And so I know I need to wrap up now, but I just want you guys to see our profile information. We are a test optional school, so you can choose not to submit test scores, but you'll see the averages there. You'll see a breakdown of our students, where they're coming from. Almost all of our students did receive a scholarship or need-based grant. And then you'll see that the average GPA is 3.78. And then here are our deadlines. We are a school that meets full need as well. So we are meeting the full need of all the students that we are accepting to the university. And then your application is going to be considered for admission and for scholarships. So you just need to submit the Common App. That's the only way to apply to Sewanee. 2 letters of recommendation, one from a counselor, one from your teacher, test scores or NOPs, because we're test optional, essay, and then your transcript and letters of, and your extracurricular involvement. So I will pop my email in the chat if you have any other questions. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. We will continue on. As Letitia mentioned, there's the Q&A. Hit that button to ask your questions of our specific schools. If it's specific to a school, please name the institution in your question. Up next, we will hear from St. Olaf College.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. My name is Gabriella Gillespie, and I am an admissions officer with St. Olaf College, and I'm responsible for recruiting our students within the U.S. Southeast. So that's everything from Texas to Florida, and then our Minnesota South Metro schools. So just to learn a little bit about St. Olaf today, just as everyone said, start off with a graphic image. St. Olaf is a private liberal arts institution located in Northfield, Minnesota. And it's about 3,000 students undergraduate. And so one of the biggest things about St. Olaf is that we believe in academic exploration. So we offer over 85 majors, programs, and concentrations. And concentrations are a fancy word for minors that's available to our students. So there's a lot of things to choose from and a lot of things to study if you are interested in a wide range of things or you're not fully sure about where you want to start. Because there are so many different ways and tracks that you can go, we do follow a 414 academic calendar. And the 414 academic calendar says that our students will take 4 classes within the fall, 1 class in January, and 4 classes within the spring. So you're taking a total of 9 for academic year, and doing so will allow you to take more classes, but also still graduate within those 4 years. On top of that, on the idea of academic exploration, what we really do push our students to engage with is engaging with those disciplines and those interests and passions outside of the institution and outside of the classroom. So we are happy to say that 92% of our students are participating in internships, research, or fieldwork experience at least once within their career at St. Olaf. Just in terms of thinking about the community, we are heavily residential. We are in about 95% of our students do live on campus, and about the 11 different residential halls that we have and the 19 honors and language houses that we have. I will say we do cheat a little bit on this number because we do require our on of building a solid foundation when it comes to community. But however, our sophomore, juniors, and seniors, while they are heavily and strongly encouraged to live on campus, are not required to do so. Additionally, we have one all-campus dining hall that is ranked 7th in the nation in the US for food, meaning that you will eat well when you come to St. Olaf. But fear not, the one campus dining hall is not your only option when it comes to food. We do have our sister college, Carleton College, that we have a relationship with. So like both students from each campus can actually switch between different cafeterias with no charge, extra charge. In terms of who you can find on campus, thing that we want to see is a variety of different perspective, backgrounds, and experiences when it comes to campus. So the student body is comprised of about 10% international students that are represented from 100 different countries, with about a quarter of our students identifying as non-heterosexual and about 22% domestic students of color. I will say these numbers are okay for a student body that's about 3,000, and I don't think they 100% accurately reflect the value of diversity, equity, and inclusion on campus. But again, we do strive to try and bring as many different perspectives as possible. Really cool fun fact about St. Olaf is that we are #1 in the nation for study abroad. About 75% of our students will study off campus in subcapacity. We offer over 100 different programs in about 40 different countries that are represented. Truly, I could go on and on about study abroad, but because the opportunity is so vast, when you're thinking about study abroad, it's about where do you want to go, what do you want to do, and where do you want to go. St. Olaf is also nationally accredited in all 4 areas of the fine arts and the performing arts. So that's dance, music, theater, and the visual arts. We have a bunch of like department sponsored and also student-led initiatives when it comes to the fine and performing arts. And I think the biggest reason why we are nationally accredited is because we have so much talent that's coming in, but there isn't any sort of academic obligation or requirement to participate in these different opportunities if you are just interested in playing the tuba or just want to dance very casually. Again, there's no academic obligation. Finally, we are D3. We are offer 26 Division 3 sports, varsity level, and 26 different club sports, and a myriad of different intramurals, which we're seeing most people matriculate into intramurals. When you think about like being D3, particularly like athletics at St. Olaf, I'd say the thing I want you all to leave with is that we really do live out that term student athlete, right? Where you can participate in sports, but also still maintain and academic schedule without it getting in the way of your athletic schedule and vice versa. And if you couldn't tell by the name, we are affiliated with the Lutheran Church. And what that means is that we offer 2 different religion courses that are part of the liberal arts curriculum, and they are a requirement. But fear not, this is not about how to be a good Christian or how to be a good Lutheran. It's a matter of utilizing faith, spirituality, the Lutheran space, and Christianity, to build politically and be able to write effectively and engage in meaningful conversation. There are a myriad of other opportunities to engage in faith exploration if you're interested, but fear not, again, we believe in religious diversity and students expressing in the way that they want to. And I would say finally, all of this is really fun and interesting, but at the end of the day, the goal is to get a degree and get a degree in 4 years and then figure out what life will look like afterwards. So St. Olaf does a really good job at really starting that career development and advising within that first year and offering a myriad of different resources and opportunities for students to engage with so that they are set up for success. The three that you're seeing on the screen are the three biggest opportunities that we have for our students in terms of awarding for unpaid internships, doing on-campus recruitment of various companies, and connecting with the lowly alumni. But these three things do not completely encapsulate everything that St. Olaf offers when it comes to just figuring out what life looks like after St. Olaf. I know I do have a few minutes left, but I would also just touch on, I think, what a lot of people are interested in. Anything, we are a high school that meets 100% of demonstrated need, which means we look at how much you can actually contribute to the comprehensive fee. We subtract that value from the comprehensive fee itself, and then the difference between those two values is your average need-based financial aid package. So the good news is 98% of our students are receiving a grant or scholarship of some sort, and 80% of our students are receiving a need-based financial aid package. With that, all of these wonderful numbers just signify that the majority of people are not paying that big number that you see on the screen. So I'm just going to go ahead and stop. I want to say I appreciate it, and I hope that gives you a nice snapshot into what we offer at St. Olaf.
Gabriella, thank you very much. Appreciate that. I will share the schedule slide one last time to show who has presented, and that if you have questions, again, you can go ahead and use the Q&A button to ask questions of any of our presenters. And for our last college presenting during this session, we'll go to Washington and Jefferson College.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon to everybody. My name is Nicole Shannon. I'm an Associate Director of Admission at Washington and Jefferson College. I'll throw my email address in the chat before we leave for today, but I'm going to move pretty quickly. So if you have any questions, feel free to post them in the chat or to follow up with me afterward. So first of all, where are we? We are located in Washington, Pennsylvania, which is a small city itself. It's a small city of about 15,000 residents. So it's very much like a hometown, which is how I always describe it. There are a lot of locally owned shops, restaurants, businesses, things along those lines. There's a farmer's market every week. We are one of the counties in Pennsylvania that celebrate the most festivals throughout the year as well. So there's always a lot of stuff going on right in the city of Washington. But we are very closely located as well to the city of Pittsburgh, which is a larger city. We are only 30 minutes away. It's a straight shot, traffic or no traffic. It's pretty consistently 30 minutes. It's really easy to access the city from campus. Just a side note, all students are allowed to have a car on campus if they want to. It's free of charge. You don't have to pay anything extra to bring your car to campus. But we also do have shuttles that run around the Washington area. So within a mile of campus, you have a Target, a Walmart, a couple grocery stores, basically every chain restaurant, Chipotle, Chick-fil-A, and a mall. So the shuttle takes you to and from that area on the weekdays and then to and from Pittsburgh on the weekends. So you can either drive to those places or hop on the shuttle and get there for free as well. We're also pretty centrally located to a lot of other larger cities. And probably one of the main ways that students use this to their advantage is through travel, whether it be like on the weekends or through a school-sponsored event. Pretty much every year we do a school-sponsored event to New York City, to Washington, D.C., and to Chicago. Whether we take a bus or a train or whatever students decide to do, you can always do those kinds of trips as like a cheaper way to travel throughout your college experience as well. And it's all extracurricular. But here's a picture of downtown Pittsburgh. It's a great city. I've lived here my whole life, so I am a little bit biased, but we have 3 rivers. We are the city of bridges. The only city that has more bridges than Pittsburgh is Venice, Italy. So it's a pretty cool city to live in. There's a lot of course, entertainment as far as like all arts and culture, sports teams, but also a lot of free entertainment as well for students or just people looking for something free to do. We're also a #1 travel destination for Gen Z. We have over 15 festivals each year, top 10 city for foodies, #1 city for young people, and a top 25 college town. quick history of W&J. We were founded in 1781, so we are one of the oldest colleges in the country. We used to be two separate colleges, Washington College and Jefferson College, and we merged together in 1865, and we are now Washington and Jefferson College. Our mascot is the presidents, and our motto is Junct Adjuvant, which means thriving together. I always like to point out really quickly, this building here is still on campus and standing, and it was built in 1793. So there is a lot of history on campus. Here, I'm gonna skip this slide and I'll talk about it just so you guys can look at all of the majors and programs that we have on campus. But we are a small liberal arts and sciences college. We have about 1,200 students total on our campus. Our average class size is 15 students and our student to faculty ratio is 10:1. More than 70% of our classes have 20 or less students in them. So it's pretty rare that your classes at W&J will be any larger than the classes that you have right now in your high school experience. We have over 30 majors, 30 minors, 5 pre-professional programs, and concentrations and emphases as well that make it possible, of course, to personalize your education and take classes and areas of study that are really interesting to you. These are the pre-professional programs. Our 5 most popular majors are business administration, political science, psychology, economics, and accounting. And then of the pre-professional programs, pre-health and pre-law are probably the most successful and the most popular. So both pre-health and pre-law, we have a 90% or higher placement rate into law schools and medical schools after graduation. We have lots of feeder programs as well. So, you know, different early assurance programs or just ways that you can partner with other institutions throughout your time at W&J so that you can successfully transition into medical school or law school after graduation. The Magellan Project is really cool. It's under the academics umbrella, but it doesn't have to be. So think about it, you know, outside of that umbrella, but it's an opportunity for all students at W&J, freshman, sophomore, or junior year, to basically design a passion project of your choice anywhere in the world. It can be in America, it can be in another country, it doesn't matter. But basically the college funds you to complete this passion project. We've had students do all of these great examples that are listed on the screen and much more. We send out over 100 students every year to do this experience. And I know a lot of the colleges here today, you know, we're pretty similar and have a lot of similarities among all of us. But I think a lot of the cool things that we've talked about being at a smaller college, these opportunities are going to be like right in your face all the time, all 4 years. So, you know, us talking about things like the Magellan Project now, it's not going to be the last time you hear about it. Study abroad's really big at W&J. About 88% of our students do that throughout their 4 years. You can do it for 2 weeks all the way up to a year if you want to. As far as student life is concerned, we have 70 clubs and organizations, including performing arts, so theater, music, choral, instrumental, all of that. 26 NCAA Division III sports, as well as some career readiness student life organizations. Student outcomes, 94% employed or continuing education in 6 months, 90% placement rate for pre-health and pre-law, and 100% graduate school acceptance rate. And then I'll just leave these dates for you on the screen. Actually, I'll leave the scholarships up on the screen, but you can apply either using the Common App or our application. It's free either way. All we require is the application itself and your transcript. You're welcome to submit test scores, a personal essay, letters of recommendation if you want to, but they're not required. And regardless of how or when you apply, you'll receive a decision in just 2 weeks.
Nicole, thank you very much. And thank you to everyone for presenting from each of our schools. And obviously, thank you to all of you for attending and learning everything today. When you close this window, there'll be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. Also, in about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other recordings at the same website where you signed up. And also, all of the questions will be forwarded to the presenters today, so they will be able to see your questions and follow up if they did not get a chance to during the presentation. Again, thank you all for attending. Have a good rest of your day. Take care.